It's a 2012 Yamaha Super Ténéré. Storage-wise, there's all these little compartments as well. You have these great little places for putting things. Here's my 2-panel solar system.
It's amazing that this huge amount of space is in this tiny little trailer.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we're going to meet Kevin. And Kevin is doing something I've long thought about doing and admired the idea of. He's living on a motorcycle pulling a trailer. So, Kevin, tell us, how did you end up here in the middle of the desert living on a motorcycle?
Well, I was very inspired by your videos over the last 4 years or so, and I had my motorcycle come to me just out of the blue. I went and picked it up in Salt Lake City, and then I traveled across the country and got the tent trailer, and I'd had many experiences on tent trailers before, and so I decided it would be a great idea to try to connect the two together. It worked out for the lightweightness of it and the portability of it. I used to stick it in my garage and forget about the trailer, ride the bike like crazy, but now I'm riding the bike and the trailer together full time.
And so you're a fairly young man. Are you retired?
No, I'm trying to be.
You're trying to be. Trying to live the life of retirement.
It's my full-time effort to work part-time.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm in favor of that. And so you're supporting yourself on the road?
Exactly. I just signed up for the beet harvest over here at the RTR the other day. I slipped in 5 minutes before they closed. I signed up also with one of the folks doing the forest management system, so I'm already on their books. And you have the wonderful folks here who are hosting this event, and they gave me a book full of other vendors to contact. So I'm hoping to get connected.
You had a lot of choices. You're familiar with tent camping. You could have just taken your car and gone tent camping.
Right.
But instead you're on a motorcycle. Why are you on a motorcycle?
I've always loved the freedom of the road that the motorcycle enables me to partake in. I can take the bike like I did this morning and go 7 miles that way and hit that mountain and just try to climb that mountain. So there's that adventure side of it that's really important to me, because I'm only going to be young so long and I can do these things still. And what do you do when you come back? I got tired of camping on the ground. I did that when I was younger. And so when I found this rig with its unique situation inside, it really, it just seemed like a perfect fit.
Now, do you get pretty good gas mileage with it? Usually bikes do pretty well.
Yes, I get about 35 miles to the gallon when I'm not loaded, and when I'm pulling the trailer, about 30 miles to the gallon. So it drops considerably, but that's a lot of weight in relationship to the bike.
Yes. Which is still good. I mean, it's hard to get 30 miles to the gallon loaded out of a car.
Right.
It would be a pretty small car to be able to do that.
Sure. And with this motorcycle, it's 1,200 cc's, so it's a big bike. I don't have any problem cruising down the highway. It doesn't even feel the trailer. It just goes. Right. So that's where I'm giving up the fuel mileage, is for that ability to get out of traffic and stay out of trouble on the highway.
And this is a dual purpose bike, so like you said, you could just head off towards the mountains.
Exactly.
And go off-road.
That's right. I have brand new knobby tire in the back, so it just grabs all this gravel and spits it out of the backside. So yeah, I feel pretty safe on it.
So rain and snow,
sure,
that you embrace that as part of the adventure.
No, we're going to dodge that like true snowbirds. I'm going to be a moto bird, and I'm going to move to the best temperature and the lowest precipitation possible. It's a safety issue too for me, so I have to keep that in mind. The trailer's self-contained once it's covered, so it doesn't ruin anything that's inside. And the bike's waterproof. It's just that I'm not waterproof if I fall off the bike.
Right. Yes, and your bones aren't waterproof either.
That's right.
They break pretty easily.
Right.
That bike falls on you. So you just incorporate it as part of the adventure and say that's great.
Exactly.
There's nothing like the freedom of riding a motorcycle. There isn't.
Yeah, amen. You're preaching right there.
Yeah. I understand.
Sure.
So tell us about your motorcycle.
Okay, my pride and joy. It's a 2012 Yamaha Super Ténéré, and has around 30,000 miles as of August, and now it has around 45,000 miles. So I've been driving a lot of highway. It's a dual sport motorcycle, 6 speeds. It's got these special bags so I can carry all the clutter. I started camping off of this bike strictly, and then I went camping out of the tent trailer. Well, we had to custom build a hitch to match the trailer, because this has only been done a couple times that I've seen. Once in New Zealand, once in Australia, and once here in the States, but the woman has dismantled the bike and sold it. So no one else had a trailer. We had to hand manufacture that. That was a challenge, but it was a great bonding experience for my brother and I to do. It's a 2001 Windward trailer. Their manufacturer is not making them anymore, so I like to think it's one of a kind, but there's probably some out there. It only weighs 350 pounds unloaded. It has a ice chest on the front tongue. It has a space for a battery, which I don't use currently. And you can see it's pretty big for a little trailer. It's only 3 feet wide and 6 feet long, towable. That's the whole distance of it except the tongue. So pretty compact.
That's amazing. And you were suggesting that it might be the perfect thing for someone with a Prius.
Sure, sure.
Because it's so low and so light.
Or anyone who's looking for more space on the back of their car with good weather, or 400 or 200 days out of the year they probably could use that instead of staying inside their car. It's a small version of a tent trailer. It's very compact. Right. It does everything a tent trailer does.
So now we're inside with Kevin, and Kevin, you're a tall guy. You're 6 foot?
6'2".
6'2". Yeah. And you're not having any stooping at all.
No. This is really tall. It's 7'8" up to this peak right here. So my friend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar could come and play basketball with me in here if he wanted to.
Yeah.
It's pretty comfortable.
Yeah. And so where are we now? This is kind of like a living room?
Yeah, this is a multi-purpose room. Let's call it that. We have a kitchen area, quasi-office space. This is my refuse disposal area, my water storage. And off to this side, I have a little prep area for my luggage, shoes. And of course, we have a little seating area where I can sit at night and read. And then behind the little seat is another little seat for doing any business that needs to get done.
There's always business like that.
Yeah, and I can even take the little the part connected to the back of the bike and strap it down and go dump at the dump site. So,
right.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable. There's lots of space. There's lots of places to hang different things. You'd be amazed. Storage-wise, there's all these little compartments as well. You have these great little places for putting things. Can openers, salt, pepper, whatever your heart desires.
So this is your living, lounging area, office, just knock-around room.
Exactly.
Where do you sleep? And there is an enormous bed. What size is that bed?
That is 78 inches by 82 inches. It's a king-size bed, so it's pretty comfortable for me. I feel really comfortable sleeping here. Matter of fact, better than at home.
It's amazing that this huge amount of space is in this tiny little trailer.
Yeah.
3 foot by 6 foot.
That's right. That's right. You want me to show you how that comes to be 3 foot by 6 foot?
Yes, show us.
Okay, yeah. There's these storage, of course, and then there's those storage. But of course, you have the trailer itself.
There's the trailer.
With the two wheels. The little wheel well is right here, and the other wheel well is here. And so it's about 18 inches deep, so 3 feet wide by 6 feet long. That's a lot of cubic feet of storage. And then when I'm done horsing around, I just shut it down, and away it goes. And then when the trailer is closed, I call it an origami, because you can imagine all this space has to shut down. It ends up on top of this 3 by 6 area, and it's about this tall. And then it's covered with a piece of vinyl that's Velcros down. So it's very compact. It's very aerodynamic. The wind just hits the top of my head and just goes right past this little sleek device here. Mm-hmm. So it's really well designed. I'd love to thank the person who created this particular one because of the height and the space in this room. Did you want to see the view? Yeah,
so it's warm in here. It's a cool day. You and I are both wearing jackets, light sweaters.
Right.
But it's hot in here.
Right.
So does it get hot here in the summer?
Yeah, what I do in the winter is I keep this closed, all sealed up, so during the day I get heat gain, and I can carry that as long as I can into the evening. In the summer, it's the opposite. Whatever the shady side is, I leave that open, and I shut down the sunward side. So it just depends what's going on. I shut all these windows down in the winter at night, but in the middle of summer, it's wide open. I just let it flow.
Right.
This will be facing the sunset. The wind's pushing it closed.
And look at that view. Look at that enormous... The whole side of the trailer just came open.
It's almost 6 feet long now that I think about it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry you're seeing my shower, my outdoor showers right there.
That's fine.
So,
yeah. That answers the question of how you go to the shower.
Yeah. And there's also one on the other side as well, and then there's one over each of the bedroom sides. So you slide that open, and you could go to bed with the breeze just blowing right through.
Right across. Yeah, in the summer, this would be amazingly cool.
It is. I spent some time at Anza Borrego during the summer, and it was very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. The wind's just gonna knock me over.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. And there's my van.
Yeah.
And the sun, that would be the sunrise over there, and
Exactly.
sunset on the other side.
Yeah, I rode the motorcycle all by itself out there this morning and right after breakfast.
Amazing. The way I look at it is, he who dies with the most memories wins. And I think you're going to be right at the top of the
Yeah,
class.
I got a little odometer of memories I'm working on. Thank
Yeah.
you for saying that, because I'm going to focus on that. That's really important.
Yeah.
You know how everything in these trailers is kind of small. Here's my 2-panel solar system.
Yep.
That's all I need for now.
Probably 30 watts or something like that.
I don't even know. I know that it keeps every electronic device I have charged. I don't have any loss.
So you're using a porta potty as a toilet, a
correct.
solar bag as a shower.
Right.
So this is an amazing amount of room. And you know, room and comfort is all relative. If you're a backpacker, you think the luggage racks on a motorcycle are a huge amount of room.
Right.
And if you have a motorcycle and this trailer, this is a mansion.
Yeah, it opened up enormous horizons as far as comfort. I don't have to sit outside next to my bike trying to use it to shade me or to block the wind. I can come sit in this comfortable chair, or I can take a nap in the middle of the day after I've had a long bit of riding and go to my shower and take a shower and then join in the group with the caravan. It's opened up a whole bunch of opportunities for me.
Right. So the big thing being the bad weather. You got somewhere to go in the bad weather.
Right.
And privacy.
Exactly.
That's a huge one, is privacy.
Sure.
You don't get much on a motorcycle. Any idea what one of these new would cost, a new motorcycle trailer? Did you look into that?
No, probably around $3,000, $3,500, which is really reasonable, I think.
Very much. And you know, you mentioned earlier that something people might think about is pulling these with a small car like a Prius or
Sure.
smart car, Toyota Corolla, Civic.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned the weight. It's 350 pounds empty, or 325. It depends which sheet you read. And then once you load it, you probably have 450, 500 pounds. It just depends your lifestyle. I tend to put a lot of weight on the bike to help offset for braking on the trailer response. But it's lightweight. A lot of cars could pull this. Minivans, small cars.
Wouldn't know it was there.
Smart cars.
Right.
Yeah.
Any of those could pull it and wouldn't know it was there.
Exactly.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for sharing your home and your life of adventure and freedom. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing now. Thank you. I want to say to you again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For inspiring us.